Alright, so sorry it's been quite some time that I haven't posted anything. I've been so busy with this kit and so many parts and all that stuff that I didn't realize how long it was going to take for me to do this. But I just want to give you a summary of everything that's happened. So for now, all the inner frame parts have been painted using the gunmetal, not this one, the other one. Where the heck did I put it? I had to put to the side. I've been putting stuff away because they were getting in my way. Oh, here it is. So I was painting the gunmetal using gunmetal, extreme metals from AK, which I really like. Using it at low pressure. So that's good. Just reviewing all these parts here. See how it came out. Here's the bottom part of the feet. It's pretty nice. Here are the thrusters. Oops, there's a hand, but here are the thrusters, which of course I have to paint the inside red, and I think that's kind of easy to do because I have something that will allow me to paint it inside. So I'll take care of that soon. Here are the legs, which I bent so I can paint the inside. They came out pretty nice. Yeah. So I'm kind of like in the midst of cleaning all this stuff and rearranging it. I've already finished painting all the colors. Like here is the blues using Titan's Blue 2, the red, which I actually masked off. Ooh, it's stuck there. Oh, it's interesting. Which I masked off using number 81 Rosette. It's my favorite paint, my favorite red, dark red paint. Here are some of the other metallic colors. The other colors that were based off this, the rail cannon, or the beam cannon, and some parts here, I used Titan Blue 1, which doesn't look blue, but it coincides with this kit, this one. So there'll be it's already dry. It has a nice sheen to it, and I kind of actually dig this more. I know there are people out there who do not like inner frame parts to be painted metallic, whether it's a darker metallic, a lighter metallic, a chrome, a silver. It doesn't matter. Not many people like that, and I understand that. I can understand your opinions. Your opinions is merit. I understand that. But I really like how this comes out, and I'm saying to myself, you know what? I'm going to try this as an inner frame for future kits when the time comes. So it's good to know. All right, so this one's actually good. All these are dried, so let me just start putting them in there, so that way I can have room. They've also been primed, so yeah, that's good. Here are the yellows. Came out okay. Again, only 4 yellows. And I kind of decided not to do the weird thing where you have to paint it metallic and then paint it clear over it, because to tell you the truth, it's so small and minute, how can you see that? Again, I know people will probably argue with that, but I'm not going to do that. I will do that on the... No, because on the eyes it's all green, and I have neon green, so I can't do that type of style. Also, I got to keep my toothpicks. Don't lose them. Put that over here for now. Yeah, I really can't believe how many parts this Providence has. It's ridiculous. I mean, imagine if I had to disassemble this and paint it individually. It'd be stupid. And by the way, The camera is in this angle now because I had the table here to my side, which allowed me to sit down. For those of you who don't know, when I paint standing up. But since I rearranged my room, I put the table in like at the same level as my work desk. So I said to myself, okay, that way I'll be, you know, sitting down and painting. And it was okay, but it felt a little uncomfortable for specific reasons. So I said to myself, let me just leave this here because it's a lot easier for me to work on a table if I have to do some sort of cutting or rearranging or anything like that. And it's kind of hard to do that on a table that is not completely secure. So I rearranged it to this point. So that is how it is at this moment. Now I want to show you what I have been doing these past few days, which I'm still not done yet, and hopefully I'll have it done soon enough. There we go. So I have been in the midst of masking, and masking is, I believe, the worst part of painting or preparing to paint a kit. And I want to show you a small example of the amount of parts that I have worked with. So this one I'm still not done yet, but I'm actually was cutting that. Let me get the knife. Cutting this so I can. So make sure you do a light pass. There we go. So we all know that we're painting specific areas of the kit white, and I've decided to paint this entire section here up front white. And then I will probably paint this white, and the one back here. I don't know yet. I know that here and here are parts that will go on, I believe, the blue part here. So this one is, I'm in the middle of doing that. Here's the thigh armor, where I got the front part covered. Everything's covered except for this front part. So that one's done. The leg part is the one that kind of was giving me a bit of a chore, because this entire section here, there's parts, the whole thing is bent inwards. And even though I use my nail or use something, a toothpick, to push it in, I know sometimes these things peel out. So I have to be careful with this during the course of me painting this, to redo it again and get ready for that. And then of course I'm painting these vents here white, and this one here white. Oh, that one I'm going to cover up because obviously you don't want to accidentally paint the wrong thing. Here's the shoulder part, or one that goes inside the shoulder. That will be painted white, that entire section. And I see here that this thing is sticking out, so I'm going to make sure to push it inwards. There we go. This is the part of the foot. This is actually easy to do, as you can see. The shoulders was also a bit difficult to do, because what I did was I used a masking tape to cover the whole thing, and then just slightly using the back end of my knife, just doing a little bit of pressing there, so that way the tape will go in, and then lightly passing the blade over so I can peel it out and cut it up. I also decided to paint this part here white as well, this whole thing. So that's on both sides. Reviewing the manual. Here we go. I got the manual here. I was trying to figure out where the white should go, or what part should go to have white. And when I was looking at the legs, I knew that that part's going to be white, that part's going to be white, and that part's going to be white. But when I got to here, and noticed that nothing was there, I said, okay, I don't want to paint this whole thing white. But then I saw this little spacing there that is actually part of the trim design. So that part is going to be white as well. So I got that taken care of. That one is going to be painted white. And I already talked about this and this. Don't know about this yet. I'm still thinking about it. I may leave it alone. I know this part, there's a section here of the panel line of the panel lining where I can use it as a separation for me painting it white. I don't want it to go completely overboard. That's why it's only specific areas that's going to be painted white. I was going to fiddle about with these little things here that goes under the shoulder, but considering that it has the red trim going in there, I don't think that's necessary. The last thing I want to show, and this is the most time consuming, are the Dragoons, the bigger Dragoons. So as you can see here, these areas around the end, around here, is all white. Like that part is white, I mean. Then this part was covered up, and it's not done yet. I didn't realize it because I missed a part here. This has to be white. So when it goes like this, it'll go like that. This whole section, this part here will be white, and this part here will be. This one was a pain in the ass to put. I put like, I don't know how much tape in there, and I know I'm going to mess it up. And it's not done yet because I got to clean it up a bit, see what I missed, and do it 2 more times. Not to mention that I got to do it on these guys, which I haven't started yet, but I'm only going to paint this section white. Maybe the trim part here and here, and ooh, that's going to be a tough call. That's going to be a tough call. I'm debating. I'm kind of not focusing on that right now because the one thing that I'm also working on is painting this part, but I'm trimming all these. Where did that leftover come from? There we go. And then I got to cover areas here, so that one's white, that one's white. These are not white. I was going to do the extensions of the funnels to be painted white, and then I decided not to do that. So yeah, that part I haven't even started on this yet. There's a lot of work to do, so it's driving me nuts. That's why I'm taking a little longer than normal to do all this. But hopefully I'll get it done so I can put this guy together. Alright, so let me continue masking, and I will of course begin painting.